So the first thing we want to do is take our guide. When you order them from Angler's Workshop, they lay them all out for you by size, which is pretty nice. We got a float rod here today, so we're running mostly 8s up the tip, a little bit bigger in case you're fishing in the winter. First thing we do is we take out the guide and we just file us down a little bit. Give us a little bit of grip as we're walking up it and make sure we take any burrs off of it. Cut ourselves an attach strip. We're going to line our first guide up with the spline on our tip top, which I've gone ahead and marked on a piece of masking tape. Attach our guide, and then we're ready to start rolling. We want our thread tension snug, but not tight that it's straining. But it's got to be tight enough that your guide won't come loose or spin. I start about 1/16 of an inch away from the foot, and you just build it over itself, and then you wrap. And if you've got a proper file on your foot, you should be able to wrap right up your foot, no gap, no issues. And when you put your tape on, it's important to put it on the opposite way that you're wrapping. That way you can continue to wrap and peel it off at the same time. When you get halfway up the foot, you go ahead and cut your tag piece. Continue to wrap. One wrap after the other. If you keep it on a little bit, about a 10-degree angle, it'll naturally build itself. When you get about halfway up the foot, you put your pull in. I use Fireline. I like older Fireline as it's lost some of its color and it doesn't leave any residue on your wraps.
Now what's a pull?
It's what you're going to use to snug your tag end under. So we're right there, we put our thumb, back it out, drop it through our pull, and we leave enough for us to hold on to. Then we take our pull and we just snug it under and we cut it so it just gets hidden. It just gets tucked under all our wraps. We don't have to worry about coming through with a lighter or anything. Take the back of the razor blade, we just even out any of our wraps, snug everything up, and we're good to go on to the next guide. Grab our file. Check it for burrs. Cut ourselves an attachment. Line it up the best you can with your eyeball. And then secure it. And then what we're going to do is take it off our butt section and look at it a couple different angles. What I'm measuring is the width on each side of the blank when it comes to lining them up. I want the same size, same amount on each side of the blank for the guide, but essentially you're just eyeballing it. And you do it twice. When you tape it, and then when you're done wrapping it, you do it again. You can make your wraps as simple or as fancy as you'd like. Nice even wrap right there. If you get any dust on it, you want to just make sure your hands are as clean as possible. So when we get our entire tip section and butt section wrapped and sanded, the next step is to put color preserver on our wraps. This keeps the color the same as it comes off the spool. If you didn't put color preserver on, the thread would turn translucent, would absorb all the rod finish, which is fine, but if you want it fancy or some color to your stick, you go this way. So you just simply use this product. It's water soluble. You paint it on. It takes about an hour to dry fully. It's important not to let any dust land in it while it's wet though. And you just coat it on there. You give it a thin film. It soaks in pretty fast. You'd rather have too much than too little. And you're just looking to see that everything's filled in. It's important that any bubbles you get in your color preserver, if you just blow on it lightly, they'll just pop right out. And that's all there is to color preserver. You wait for it to dry. We've got a rod we put color preserver on earlier, and you can look at the difference. It's got a sheen to it, it's dried, it's put a sealant on it. It's kind of like sealing your deck. And now it's ready for epoxy work.